The Sony A7 IV is an awesome camera. If you ask someone who you know who's into photography and videography, they will say, buy the Sony A7 IV. But actually, most of the cameras nowadays, any brand or model, are all pretty awesome. A couple months ago, I was using Canon RF system. I have the Canon EOS R6 and the RP. I just decided to switch to Sony. And you know, one of the reasons why I switched to Sony is because of the overheating issue and the recording limit. The moment I bought it, unboxed it, I went immediately into the settings, change it to high so that I will not have that overheating issue, and I never did. I mean, I shot outdoor using this camera here in the scorching heat of United Arab Emirates. I even left it doing time-lapse for over 3 hours and it just never overheats. Compared to the one that I had before, which is the Canon EOS R6, I always have the 30-minute recording limit. So if you're shooting, it will all depends on your battery and your memory card. So Sony A7 IV does a good job when it comes to 4K. Like for example, this is 4K 30, there's no crop. If you shoot at 4K 60, which you normally would when you're doing slow motion and stuff on 4K, and there's gonna be a times 1.6 crop. So if you're shooting 4K 60, 4K resolution 60 frames per second, that's gonna be 24 times 1.6, and your total focal length is 39 millimeter. The 4K 60 crop didn't bother me at all because of the 7K resolution that is being downsampled to 4K. That's just a lot of detail that is being captured in the camera. Combine it with the 422 10-bit and then S-Log. I'm shooting at S-Log right now. It's gonna be amazing, especially if you're working as a professional and then you want to color grade. That's the positive side of the 4K 60. Now, there's always a downside when it comes to the cropping. Let's say, for example, you want to establish a place, or you're shooting a landscape and you're using 16 millimeter. That 16 millimeter goes to something like 28 millimeter. So you have to step back a bit in order for you to capture all the details, or just switch it to 4K 30. Problem solved. Actually, it's not a problem. Like I said, it depends on who's using the camera. If you're switching to Sony, there's this one positive side that you have to take note of, and that is the lens selection. There's a lot of third-party company out there that makes Sony lenses, and they're very good when it comes to image quality and the versatility of the lens, and they are not that expensive. They are budget friendly. That's what they call it. And there's only one mount. It's just E-mount. That's pretty much it. Sorry, Canon. Sony have been quite good when it comes to customization of their camera, the buttons, I mean. You can actually customize most of the buttons on this camera. So if you want to shoot in photo, you just have to go to the photo mode, and then you have all the custom dial that you set up on your camera. For example, if you want to go to the memory number 1, or the profile number 1 is what I call it. I set this up for high-speed shooting, for photos, and then memory number 2, I set this up for details, for my white balance and all that stuff. It's an endless customization. You have a separate customization when it comes to video. In my case, my profile number 1 is 4K 60, profile number 2 is 4K 30, and then profile number 3 is 1080p and 60 frames or whatever. And there's another one, which is the slow and quick mode. This is where you will do your time lapse, your slow motion. It's just crazy. A lot of customization that you can do with the Sony A7 IV. When it comes to picture quality, I'm always happy. But basically, it's just amazing when it comes to taking photos because of that 33 megapixel, a lot of details that are coming into the camera. Yeah, and then you have lossless RAW, compressed RAW, JPEG and all that. For professional, if you're a hobbyist and you want to take pictures of your family, you're looking to buy your first camera, going out on a trip. And the whole point is that the A7 IV is a perfect camera for me. And it really is. It helped me a lot. Clients were happy about the results, the photos, the videos. They were just, wow, what kind of camera are you using? And there's a lot of compliment ever since I switched into this Sony system. And if you're thinking about getting one of these, but you're hesitating, maybe this video can help you make that decision. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like it. Comment down below if you have any questions. And as always, have a nice day.